What is up, good people? Welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you here again. We're going to be doing some fun stuff again today, some retro 90s, 80s, 90s sounding stuff. So feel free to join along in the comments. This is what I started out last week. Going to be doing this today, getting into the vibey vibe side of things. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Right now, what I actually want to do is just involve you in this process of... Okay, shut up. I want to involve you in this process of trying to shift my desk around so that you have access and you can see this synth down here. Where is it? There it is. Cool, there. That synth down there is the star of the show today. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm going to be doing... cycling through patches and really old sounding stuff, you know, that like what I'm looking for is a flute, because I want to make vaporwave, like TV weather channel music. That's kind of the goal. Right now I'm on this more hyper stuff, but I think there's a lot of room for like just making it like more chilled out. So I'm looking for specific sounds. I'm going to involve you in that. But also, I just need more space on this desk. Like, I'd like you to see everything that's going on here. I don't know how to arrange it. I've run out of desk space. So if you're new to the stream or you're wondering what the hell's going on, my name is John Bartman. I make mostly retro music, and I release Ableton Live templates. Go check out the link in the description for free Patreon templates. If you want to join as a free member, you can do that. You'll get updates. Otherwise, consider supporting me every month from $2. Thanks to Tim Coolig yesterday, my newest patron. Thank you, Tim. I look forward to chatting to you on your podcast next week. It's going to be great. Problem is not solved. I think what I must do, let me show you what the problem is by zooming in right here. The problem is that little synthesizer, I want you to be able to see it, and it's behind everything, and there's a mixer on top of it. So hopefully I don't crash everything, but I'm going to try and move things around now. And to make it even more difficult, there's blue tack keeping the top on. So maybe I'm gonna have to move this dude down here. Boom. Migrating stuff while live on camera. Always fun. Zero danger. That's stuck. Did I just bring it? No, I didn't. This little cable was stuck. But you didn't come here to watch me move cables and stuff around, did you? You came here for some vibes. So let's get that there, and then you can actually relegate the looper pedal to the back. Yeah, now we're talking. Cool. And actually, this might work out quite nicely if we put the looper pedal here. Whoa, shit. The looper pedal, I don't use it that often. It's more like a gimmick. Let's unplug that and make it a ring. These guys can go down here maybe. Can't really see everything anymore, but you know, it's better than $5 and a kick in the nuts. I'll be able to do some looping on that at least. So that's fine, we'll leave that like as it is for now. Oh yeah, that's nice, okay. So you should be able to hear that. You can hear that, can't you? I'm playing this synthesizer here, it's an outboard synth. And I've just found a really nice patch. Even after owning this stuff for so long, I still find really awesome patches. Take a listen to this. This is just a very gentle, high-pitched bell sound. So we can get this kind of creepy thing like this. This kind of thing. That note, that is an E. It sounds very loud because the MIDI keyboard has a fault just with that one note. So anyway, so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be joining... oops, there we go, cool. I'm going to be keeping you abreast of all of that stuff. Another cool development in my world, at least. I got a lampshade and I put the boogie lights upside down in the lampshade. So check that out. It looks quite cool. It looks like an alien octopus that's just visited my room. I'm genuinely so happy, man. I've been listening to a lot of Wayne Dyer and getting some like positive, inspirational vibes going. And I'm just quite stoked to be able to do what I'm doing every day. I know there's not a lot of payment in it, and only a few people come to the streams, but I'm just really happy to have gotten to a point where I've got all this musical knowledge. I've got instrumental knowledge and technical knowledge, and I make music every day. And whether or not that turns into a career is fine. So let's just be grateful. Thank you. Have a moment of gratitude for this particular path that I'm on. Okay. And if you aren't on this type of path and you show up at these streams thinking, I wish I could do more of what this guy does. Trust me, I'm not like in any position to be doing what I'm doing. This is all very much a risk. And, most people in my position, in my age and stage of life would be like, this is a, quote, waste of time. But I consider a lot of normal things to be a waste of time. And I'm just choosing this journey. It's like a choose your own adventure. So if you're on the fence about that, I encourage you to do the same. Just choose your own adventure. Aha, so now, but I just figured out something cool. I've got the reverb unit on this desk, this mixing desk, which actually is, now you can see it a bit better, I think. Today's a bit of rearranging, dudes. Sorry about the not getting into the music just yet. Here's the music. Just play back. Okay, so I've got a little bit of the mixing desk there. Can't get it all in, but hey, whatever. Getting there. And so, boom. Okay. So how did we come up with this? Let's get back into the Ableton view. All right. We've got a couple of these channels running. And what I'm routinely doing is taking this MIDI and feeding it into the outboard synth. So the MIDI channel that I just showed you goes into this synth over here. And then I take the audio from that synth and I run it back through the mixing desk, which you can just see the corner of, and then I go back into the DAW, and so it's MIDI out and audio in, which is why, for example, the brass patch over here, the brass part, is only audio. I don't actually have the original MIDI for that anymore, so I actually kind of just routinely delete MIDI as I go. Maybe that's not the best idea, but whatever. It's better than having a project that's just bloated. Okay, so I'm going to delete that brass patch. I like it, but I found better brass patches, and we're going to experiment a bit more today. So let's go. Today's about having fun. Let's always have fun. Let's get cheesy. Let's get so cheesy. The name of this track is Gouda. Yes, okay, just like a little off the bat part there. Playing along on the little synthesizer here. Okay. Okay, let's get a part going. I'm gonna just switch to this keyboard over here. Okay, do one of those. Here we go. Let's do a record of that. Whoops, I tried to do it too quick. That's different to how it was. Let's get back to Ableton. I'll show you what I'm doing. 3, 4. I'm triggering the outboard synth. And then let's get that part going. 3, 4. Better than that. 4. Two, 3, 4. From the top, get the correct loop length. Top, 2, 3, 4. Every time I do this, I feel like I'm an aerobics instructor. Yes, I love it. Okay, cool. Fuck, what am I doing? I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Crop clip, still no keyboard shortcut for that. Get your ass in gear. Ableton, take it up to 100%, 16th note quantization. Let's check for rogues. Any rogues? No. There's a rogue. Too late. Top, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4. These are both rogues. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Do, 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 do. I don't like that. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. So we're going to go B flat, E. The last 3 notes are B flat, E, and F. Take it up, up. sorry, B flat, E flat, and F. So here we go, top, 2, 3. Why didn't it trigger? Cool. Let's record that. Now, one issue with recording like this to an outboard synth is that you can't multi-layer patches like you can in Ableton. You just group them, right? Or Contact, you just group them. But in Ableton, obviously, with outboard synths, you have to record it layer by layer, which I'm doing now. 3, 4, 1, 2, top. Bing. Cool. Now we're going to get double triggering, which I don't want. So I'm going to mute the MIDI. There it is, just the audio. Now what I do is I take that same MIDI part, duplicate the bell, and run it through a different patch on the outboard synth. So it's the same exact MIDI part. Now we can use our ears to hear, like, what does this sound like? So I'm changing the patch on the outboard synth, and I just got to re-enable the mixer control. Oh, I've also deactivated it there, so now we should hear it. So cool, so we've got some cool stuff happening here. How's the level? Does the outboard synth, is it drowning out Ableton? How's the voice level? How are the sound levels in general? Oh, that's fat. Okay, let's hear it. Hear it. There, that's an 80s sound. Another issue is I can't actually change the Gilp. What's happening, dude? Very fun, lovely, funny music. Thank you. My hidden power, superpower is the aerobics instructor that I never was. Yeah, so it'd be nice to be able to. I'm not going to list all the nice to haves. I'm happy to be here, man. Here we go. How's that patch? Does it sound any good? I don't want arpeggios, just not yet at least. Looking for layers for the bell sound. No. I'm busy using my right hand here to trigger the sound. This might work actually. Let's just solo out. A lot of reverb, man. I've got some reverb on this desk, which is being baked into the audio, so I'm not doing reverb in post. Looking for those classic 80s and 90s sounds. That's pretty good. 3, 4. 3, 4. Oh, that's very loud. Let's take it down. Sorry about that. There you go. That's the sound I'm looking for. It's called No Drama. There you go. So I'm going to take it down to 160. Just to give you a cool. I'm going to just record 2, 3, 4, 2. There comes the audio. It's a bit soft, but anyway, take it up over here. I've just also realized I'm recording in mono, but recording a stereo signal in mono, which is kind of pointless. Let's try and fix that. One thing I can do off the bat is just use so output 1 and 2. I think actually I've got a faulty output over there anyway, so this might not work. Or let's do another little trick. Instead of using that synthesizer to trigger it, we can use the second synthesizer, which is this one here, which has actually got much better 80s and 90s sound. So right now I'm going to switch over to this synth. I'm running MIDI from channel 6, the purple channel. I'm going to run it into a second one. So we'll call this one, we'll rename this one 2X. Yeah, 2X, and we'll duplicate it and also call this one 2Korg. Okay, so 2Korg now gets changed. Actually, this, yeah, one little problem here is that we're going to have to do some plugging and unplugging each time. But anyway, it's fine. We'll just take it out here, it's fine. The back of my sound card only has one MIDI out, so I can only really send to one outboard synth at a time. But now we should hear, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's going to channel 1, and then we should bring it up over here. There we go, we've got a piano signal. Let's take the gain up. Okay, so now we're triggering this one over here. There is also an issue with this thing being not very stereo friendly, so I'm just going to try and fix it real quick. But either way, you should be hearing the signal, which is good. It's a little bit late, but anyway, fine. We're doing some cool synth stuff today, guys. I'm making some 90s music. Hopefully gonna get this done by Friday so I can release it as part of the Friday freebie. And I'm like really getting into my vibe now. My life's calling is to be an aerobics instructor, so I might have to actually just get some freaking aerobics gear and do a bit of a song and dance for you guys. Just because shits and giggles, you know. I've got a better idea. Let's take this output here. This is the one I want. Okay, so this is an RCA cable, which is currently being unused. I'm going to take it into the headphone output of this jack over here, and now take up the volume on its 2-track in. There you go. There you go. Cool. It's problem solved. So maybe this records, maybe this doesn't. I don't know if this mixing desk actually sends out to 2-track. Let's give it a bash. There's only one way to find out, right? Here we go. Yeah, it's working. Cool. So if I turn on, yeah, there we go. Cool. So that's 3/4. That one over there is no longer SAW 160. This is Korg, and we're going to find a nice patch for it by scrolling through this feed over here. So let me show you the patch names. Some of them are pretty cool. I can only have so much camera length, I'm afraid, but anyway. Cool. Let's go. Let's find the patch, guys. So this should actually be like a voting process when you see what you like. This one's called Spruce Guitar. This one's called Vibrabell. X Fade Bass. I'm going to take this MIDI clip down 1 octave because I'm actually looking for a layer. I think it already is down an octave. Strings. Okay. And we can do some nice layering actually of the drums on this. Gilb says, the most important thing when making music is having fun and do creative, newer type experiments. Totally. Well, it depends on your outcomes, you know, like for someone who's got a client or is a professional, the most important thing is delivering, you know, what they asked for on time. But for me, it's somewhere in between. Like, I'd like to make something of a career out of this, but I don't want to do it at the expense of the good time, you know, if possible. I don't know if that's immature or not, but let's find out. Okay, so just to save time, I'm going to do a little bit of, there we go. I'm going to just find the patch by hitting the keyboard. That's a nice ocarina type thing, hey? That's a Zelda type thing. A very fake sounding 90s flute. What we can do here is something like that for the last. Needs more reverb, I think. Oh, right. This is actually a problem. If I'm going 2-track in on the mixer, I don't think the 2-track in function has the ability to trigger the reverb stuff. What I actually need is a pair of adapters. Okay. But there's enough reverb on these things already. Okay. So focusing now on getting this arrangement and everything done. I think I'll come back to the yeah, I'm going to come back to the patch browsing. It's fun, but it doesn't actually. I need to kind of have a couple of scenes in place, kind of a track in place, some kind of arrangement, so that can come back to it. So let's just hear the B part so far. I've got this with the same drum sound. And that was that, yeah. So then that starts there. Okay. Explain what I'm doing. Yesterday I came up with some ideas. So the day before, sorry. Okay, let's do some. Yeah, let's do some MIDI editing so that it's not just completely. That's the wrong chord though. Ding. I think it was a ding. What's that? A B flat, yeah. So a B flat. Do a B flat, nicely voiced. Right, there's obviously some MIDI data in here. I want to just get rid of it. I don't want any holds on this. So I'm going to go to the MIDI. I think it's 61, 64 hold pedal automation, and just delete all of it so that we can just have a nice staccato sounding piano. Okay, some missing notes there. Let's do a bit of MIDI editing. 1, 2. That is a. This batch over here can be taken up. Dun, dun, dun. Trust me, I don't want to be doing MIDI stuff, but let's do it. You've got to tighten things up. These are late. These need to be done earlier. This is where my template packs are. You know, they really pay attention to detail. If you, these ones are late, so this one looks late and sounds late. Can you do a MIDI? How do we do the velocity with a keyboard shortcut? Can we do it? Okay. Gilb says, I sometimes go notch with feedback loops and big effect chains with lots of effects. Maybe 20 different effect plugins to make unique textures I can resample as a sample and use later in my music. Exactly. Finding different sound sources and using effects creatively is a great way to come up with new stuff, because actually something that I've learned over the years, and Fortet said, is you've got to put a lot of priority on sound sources and where the sounds are coming from, whether you're sampling a vinyl or, like recently in the FX Twin video I posted, the video that was inspired by Ben Jordan's video called the software that the batshit software that Aphex Twin used. He goes back in time. He takes out he demos like 6 or 7 different programs from the 90s that are like really basic tracker type style programs, sample programs, and says like, there you go, I've just given you like 4 different sound sources for your music. And it's true when you like get creative with how many different types of sounds are entering into your door, I think that tends to outperform the approach of staying within the door and trying to resample what's already in there. At least, I don't know, it sounds more interesting, and I guess more fun, finding like, okay, I can record this like sound like me hitting the desk, and then I can go and like put that in an old-fashioned sampler from the 90s and seeing what sound comes out of that, and then run it through like modern DAWs, reverbs or whatever. Those are the types of approaches that I've always taken, and some of my music that's done the best has been with these whack approaches. Like one of my tunes is, I was just hammering on a tuner tin, getting a really like metallic sounding darbuka drum sound, and that really worked well, and like people loved that track. That type of thing is like home base. This is out. I don't want a triple there. Okay, these guys back here. I like that gap over there, right at 43, 42, 43. Okay, that's out. This is the what they call the dominant. This and this need to come back. Okay, take them there, and then all three of these need to go back in time. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And then we can bring the hold pedal in right at the end there. Okay, good. And let's keep that hold over there, and then just tighten up these MIDI notes. I know this is like laborious stuff and not fun to watch, but trust me, it's going to be great once we get things back together. Once we get back to where we once belonged. And then I'll jump on the keyboard again and see what can come out. See, that's quite cool. It's all 100% quantized. It's all on the grid, but I've got a hold pedal coming in right at the end of this, so it brings that like release sound. Ding! I'm gonna just drop off right at the end here, because if you don't do this, sometimes it affects the clips after it. So there we go. Cool. Right. So this can be one of our build-ups. Dun, 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 dun. And then we have to change the drum pattern to 6 bars. So this we actually have to do some drum work in general, but let's turn this last bar into an epic build-up. Here we go. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, din, din, din. Okay, let's go with that Eurodance vibe. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Din, 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 din. Din. Okay, cool. And there's snares over here. Let's write some snares in. Din, dish, din, 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 dish, din, 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 dish. I'm just imagining this as we play. Din, 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 dish, din, dish, dish, dish. Let's do nice quick snares over here, half time each. Din, 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 and then 6 at the end. It's going to sound like a machine gun, but anyway. Take it from the 4, solo out the drums. Here we go. Take it from the 2. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, a machine gun, like I said. Cool, I'll take a sip of water. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let's have some fun, kids. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the every second one. This is the same beat as before, so let's change it to the open hi-hat here. Do the crash sounding thing, so cool. And then I'm going to change, or not change, maybe add. One thing you can do more of is adding instead of replacing. That's claps. I don't want that. I want snares, high snares. That sounds a bit too much over the top. Just taking these velocities down a little bit. Taking up a little bit, and just, this is like a biggish moment, so I've got to just put a bit more care into it. This high snare doesn't really work. We need the lower one. 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, top. Now we're on this flute sound, which I don't really want. There's some really cool sounds on this thing. Okay. That might work. Digital air. Yes, that's good. That's good. And this one over here. 3, 4. Okay. Cool, just change the MIDI on this so that it goes nice and firm. Cool, cats. Are you having a good day today? Hope you guys are winning. I'm having a lovely day. I love Wednesdays. It's my kind of night off with the wife, so night off from the wife. That's where I get to hang out with my mates a little bit more, so Wednesday stream's always cool. Okay, I'm going to use this patch just a little bit lower in the mix. Let's just listen to it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 2. That's better, yeah. Cool. I think maybe an octave higher actually. Let's take it back up. That sounds better to me. Okay, fine. Right, let's do this. I just hit record. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're now putting out that, it's called digital air. It's this one over here. And, yep. Cool, here we go. We're triggering that loop. And there it is. Now we got the double loop problem, so we're just going to turn that off. Turn the MIDI off, that's fine. Cool, that's a nice blend, isn't it? Okay, let's call that KA27. It's called, I don't know, air. Sometimes, I always label these tracks because sometimes I find a sound that I like. I make a sound that I like, and then I'm like, oh, what was it? If you go back to the original project, you can hear it. Okay, cool. So that's our one scene. Now I'm waiting to add the bass last because I think I can do the most with it. So the chords here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. That's a C7, so we should resolve back to F minor. There we go. Cool. So that sounds nice. That's quite a cool transition. Let's just take a listen to these other clips I recorded yesterday. Oh yes, that's the melody. Okay, that's right. I remember now. I only had one piano patch. So this is the fun part. When you record a part that you like. So here I've recorded this. Let's just solo this one out. There we go. Not that one, this one. Can I take out all these bass notes? Okay, good. I know what to do here. And this. Okay, that's the same as this. Yes, okay, good. So I'm just organizing here. So check this out. Take this section, but up to a certain point. So let's give this a listen because this is all going to be in a different sound, not a piano sound. There, at that point. Okay, let's crop that. So this is the melody, okay? And I don't want any of these bass notes. All I want is these. Now we're going to have to unfortunately do some more MIDI cleanup. And let's do a little bit of maxing out the MIDI. So I'm taking all these lower velocity values now. Anything that's below the sort of 80th percentile. And I'm just maxing it up. I wonder if you can... What is that, a range? Do you happen to know what this is, Gilp? When I'm holding down control as I'm raising and lowering the velocity of these things. I think it means it's a chance, hey? Velocity range 34, that's what it says over there. So when you have a little blue line like that, it gives you this velocity range option here. You could turn them all down or whatever. Instead of fixed velocities, it allows you to, I think it allows you to have chance, introduce chance. Okay. The name of this track is so far is Gooda because it's so cheesy, and I'm gonna be hopefully finishing it by Friday, finishing the template by Friday. As you know, with all of my stuff, Creative Commons templates, you're welcome to download it, add your own beats, remix it, whatever, as long as you credit me wherever you decide to republish it. And please don't put it on streaming services because then nobody else gets to put it on YouTube without a takedown notice. So it's really just for community usage. that's the only like caveat. I wish it wasn't the case, but I want this stuff to stay open and free. Yeah, and then all the premium stuff goes behind the paywall at Patreon. $6 a month is what you pay when you want to get four of these. So let's go. Yeah, it's usually about 4 of these a month, sometimes more. That's late. No, it's just, I can't hear the beat. Let's hear it with the beat. All of this stuff gets canned, and this becomes the melody track. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I like it. Accidental success. Sorry for screaming. Instead of hitting it on the yeah, accidental success. Yes, it sounds so much nicer now. Let's take that back. All of these guys are going to come back. Yes, much better, much better. Cool. Okay, cats. Okay, I'm really doing this quite surgically, like I'm literally doing it MIDI note by MIDI note, but I'm about to send this stuff to the outboard synth and I want it to pop, you know? Nice and funky. Yeah, thanks, Gilp. This needs to be longer. I want it to sustain. Yes. Okay, also now, these big chords here, the long ones, I get really specific. This is a voicing of four notes. So you've got, that's an F minor chord, 1, 3, 5, 1. So I want this to also be an F minor chord. That's also going to be the F minor, yeah, like that. No, actually I was wrong about that. It just needs to be a transition. And this can just be a 1. Take out the Fs. Yeah, so in fact, none of these chords should be more than 3 voicings. There's going to be a lot of other stuff going on. We've already got the piano. We're going to add a bass. So I'm thinking about how to remove clutter. Remember, your ear will fill in the gaps. If you play an F minor chord, like, I just want to demo this real quick. This is like some magic stuff in music. This F minor chord over here. So I'm playing it with the F notes in the bass. Here. There's a way to remove certain notes. Like if I took out one of the bass notes, there's one bass note there, another one there. If I took out the top one, it makes almost no difference. See, let me just demo that again real quick. Actually, if I'll do it like this, let's do F minor in these 2 chords. And now I'm going to take out the middle low note and the bottom high note. I'm going to do this. It's quite hard to tell the difference. You can hear that quite clearly, but the point I'm making is your brain fills in the gaps. Okay. Enough of that. It was a pretty piss poor demonstration of missing partials. Okay, now I need this. No. 1, 2, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. What you say, Gilp? He says, remember, if some of the note sounds too powerful, you can always turn the velocity down. Correct, yeah. It's going to be, I'm going to change this whole instrument though, so we're not actually going to hear a piano in a minute. I'm just about to send it to the outboard synth. Let's just finish the MIDI editing real quick. So it's here. This is literally the same thing, so I'm going to just copy it. So it's here we go. Let's take that last note back just one or two, just to shake things up. Okay, good. Now we take this stuff here. This can actually just be quantized to an eighth because I think it'll fit like this. Ding, ding, ding. I don't want that to be a double note. I want it to be like this. That's really what I'm after. Okay. So now I'm going to send them. I'm going to actually just max out all the velocities because this part doesn't need to have any kind of nuance. And now we're going to take this clip, drag it over to the 2Korg channel where I am going to let's do something cool. I want to preserve this MIDI because this MIDI is triggering the bell, so let's just get one of those up there. Good. Check this out. Now I'm going to just tilt this so you can see what I'm up to, and also let's get a nice good old-fashioned top-down view. And now we should have this sounding thing going to a Korg digital air. Okay, here we go. Much better. It's the wrong part though. I've got an idea. There's a clash there. Harmonically, it doesn't work to do what I did now. So I'm going to just add a breaker scene, and oops, and then separate this out into two parts. So first part is going to be, we'll add the bells later basically. So I'll start out with this melody. Yes, you can change the synth with this thing now. You can like this is, I'm going to read out the patch names. This is Gospel Org. Trumpets. That's so 80s. It's called Fresh Air. Okay, I know what the issue is. This piano part only suits the other scene. So this piano part over here, we've got F, A flat, B flat, that's right. F, A flat, B flat, F. And then we go down to do, which is a C minor sound. Okay, so we need to actually change the okay, we need to change this piano part, or remove this piano part, and have something else fill in that gap. That can't be an F. There you go, cool. Alright, so I'm just editing and modifying the piano over here to match the vibe. Let's change this sound now. Cool, so let's change that sound. Gunshots. This is called Industrial. I love this patch. It's called Neutron. I'm so glad I've got this in stereo. This is called Piano Haven. Is this a suitable one? What do you guys think? Is this a suitable patch for this track? It's a bit loud, huh? Let's just hear it in like detail. Oh, it's almost time to go, dudes. I can't believe this hour is gone. That one's called Clean Funk. Analog pad. I think a brass bass is actually appropriate, so this is where it helps having made notes. Did I make notes? I deleted the one I made notes of. Oh well, anyway. Okay, cool. I'm looking for something that's more brassy. There are also some brass sounds on this patch, on this keyboard, but... Okay, cool. Oh, soft horns. That's pretty cool. It's on a kit now. It's for Sando brass. House bass. Mono voice. It only plays one of the notes at a time. Can't play chords. This one's a bit fit. No. Drawbars, organ. Just flipping through patches here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I can get you close. It's quite cool. Can you actually read this or not? Might be a bit small, hey? That's it. Bouzouki, ironically. Okay, let's change all of that to a piano. So all of this now, I'll change this back to a piano. So we can all that, yeah. There, that's the loop. Okay. Now I've got the piano back in, but it's going din 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 din. Okay, there, let it ring out. There we go. What's the name of this synth on the cam? It's called Roland, sorry, the Korg 05RW. Its name is over there. You can see it. Super retro. Oh, it's backwards. That's right. Hang on, I've got to flip this camera for once and for all, man. Sorry. The Droidcam camera has been backwards for like days. Let me just rotate. Flip horizontal. There we go. Oh no, that's not horizontal. That's vertical. Damn. Flip vertical. There we go. I've been meaning to do that for forever. Thanks. Korg 05RW. Yeah. Read write. 05 read write. Because guess what? It's 1994, and you can now write to a synthesizer patch. Okay, kids. The 90s will continue tomorrow. I'm gonna just let this play for a bit and then hit the road. Thanks so much for joining. You know the drill. Find me on Patreon. There's free stuff, link in the description. And it's been really fun working on this track. That's the main thing, just fun. I feel like I really need to be dressed up in gym clothes and doing some like... Yeah, that's cool. So let's change it to that thing. I'm gonna duplicate that track. So this is the KA91. Bouzouki. Believe it or not, it's a bouzouki sound. I'm not going to think of it like that. I'm going to think of it as a stabs. It's called a stabs. Okay, let's record that real quick before I go. Yeah, it's by Roland, yeah. Is it like the JV 1080? I don't know. I haven't messed with that before. Here comes the new stab sounds that I just recorded. Out. That's pretty funky, man. Pretty fresh. We'll get it sounding nice and tight, and we'll do the mixing stuff. So that's all opening. That's the opening of this track. That's right, we're gonna do that kind of thing. heard fist bumping, and now comes the B part. No, this isn't right. The drum rack is wrong. We need it to be the same drum. 3, 4. It's so freaking old. I love it. And then this is the build up. We're sort of developing it here. 6-bar passage or 5-bar passage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just while we're on this, I get there's a lot of musicality in tweaking the typical 4-bar format. You'll find in pop music and dance music, the closest you get to deviations in how long a passage is when they insert like a 1 or 2-bar break just before the beat drops again. If you listen to some of the music I've made that's more popular, you'll hear that there's a lot of this type of stuff where you've got a 5-bar passage meant for build-ups. It's very odd in this type of music, dancey music, to have like anything 5 or 7, but it works. It works if you use it creatively. So let's just listen to this 5-bar passage and how effective it is in building. Here we go. So it's weird, but it works. All right, dudes, super rad, man. Gilp, nice to see you. Always nice to see you. Hubert's beat. Maybe we'll change it to Hubert's beat. Yeah, I had a really good time today. I must still work out how to get your comments on the screen. I've got this comment pop-up thing. Where is it? Got the Patreon top bar, which I turned off. And there's YouTube comments over here. I haven't linked it, that's right. Sorry, I haven't linked it today. But yeah, I've got to get better at that stuff. But anyway, thanks for being here. You know the drill. Share the love, spread the word. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. And I'm just going to let this play while I pack up and stuff. Don't forget, I've got the new alien octopus space lights in the corner. I took my boogie lights and I just put them upside down in a lamp. So that's another thing bringing me joy at the Momo. Peace out, Gilp. Nice to see you again. Nice to chat, and shout for stopping by. Adios.